This family of sundown soldiers adopted, fostered, tortured, and enslaved their black adoptees. And y'all want to continue to say that adoption is not slavery in the US. Let's read about it. 4 adult snow roaches were accused of CA in Columbia County. Their black children were locked in beds and vinegar sprayed in their faces, according to the arrest report. A total of 9 children were taken into custody by DCF on Tuesday. 4 Dandruff demons with 9 children were accused of child abuse after an investigation by the Department of Children and Family Services and the Columbia County Sheriff's Office. The arrest warrant said that the abuse allegations happened at a home in Fort White, Florida. Of the 9 children, 5 are biological and 4 are adopted, aging from 7 to 16 years old. So get this, the DCF investigation started because one of the adopted children brought a taser to church. Why did he need a taser on him? I can let you know why. For his protection, most likely. What tasers are used for. After that, DCF contacted a lady at the church because she said the bleach demons, when she addressed them about the taser, when the boy brought it to church, they were like, oh, it's not a big deal. But it really was a big deal. She let them know that the Griffins had recently relocated from Arizona to Florida with the foster children in their care. How is this possible? Because foster parents aren't allowed to just move states with their foster children, but we do know that we lose 21,000 foster children a year. What if foster parents are just taking some of them? Who knows? Also, I want you guys to look at the resemblance of the Hart family case here, moving from state to state to state to avoid what? To avoid being actually caught, because I'm sure that they got an open investigation in Arizona. I cannot wait to see what Arizona says about this. But the lady at the church also told DCF that the Griffith family primarily adopts black children and was concerned that they were being treated unfairly. But when DCF visited the home, the children who were adopted, the black ones, they were working, doing chores, while the biological children were playing or watching TV. Does that sound familiar? It's not just happening to some of us, it's happening to a lot of us. And it happened to me 20 years ago. This is a current case. There was a 10th child who was a foster child, but they weren't present. They were in Arizona with their biological parents. I'm still not understanding how this transfer happened because it doesn't sound like ICPC happened, but I'm gonna have to do some investigation on that part. So because of the DCF visit, the county deputies were contacted and detectives came to the house where they observed and interviewed the children. It's being reported that one of the 14-year-old boys said he was in the 4th grade. He didn't know his birthday and he had limited literacy skills. So they just weren't teaching these children at all or putting them through school. That 14-year-old boy then disclosed that he would be caged under the bottom of his bunk bed either by his mom, father, or some of the other kids. Also sounding familiar, isn't it? He said that a piece of plywood is placed over the entrance to the bed and it is screwed in, preventing him from getting out. Kind of like my adoptive mother taking everything from my room, turning off the electricity and turning the knobs inside out and locking me in there for days. These people have been doing this. And it just fucking breaks my fucking heart. He said he would have to wait until the next day. He also said that his mother would have him lie on the floor and she would press the plywood sheet onto his chest and back as a form of punishment, resulting in splinters. He showed several scars from this punishment. You know, maybe like wrapping your child in blankets and suffocating them, like mine did. This is just sick. That same child said he would be sprayed in the face, while another 14-year-old child, a girl, said that she didn't know her grade level and she hadn't been to school for years. This is modern day slavery. They're not going to school. They're forcing them to work. They're locking them in cages. The head Yeast Yeti was charged with 1 count of felony aggravated CA, while this glucose gobbling Jill was charged with 3 counts of felony aggravated CA. Alabaster Disaster Brian was charged with 1 count of felony aggravated CA. And the Lice Legionnaire Liberty was charged with 1 count of felony aggravated CA. As of this reporting, it doesn't look like any of them have made bail, but I will say I'm still not sure how these foster youth got from Arizona to Florida. So I have a question. If you guys have any answers, leave those in the comment section. Also, let me know what you think about this story. Let me know how many more children have to be enslaved before we start to acknowledge that adoption is slavery in the United States, legally and sometimes conceptually as well. I hope that those children get safe homes. I hope that they just can get the courage to understand that they're not alone. There's other Black children that have been enslaved and tortured and abused in their adoptions as well. If any of y'all are watching this or anyone who works in that case, because I live here in Arizona, reach out to me. I'll offer any type of resources that I can, even my time, lived experience, consulting. I can sign them books because these kids, especially the older kids, they're going to need to learn that they weren't the only ones. So Always shine your light, and I hope to hear from you soon.